Hi there, superstars. I wanted to take a second to clear up the confusion around testing. With much of the country opening back up, getting a test and understanding where you stand is becoming more and more important. Well, there are three types of tests, and this is where it gets super confusing. There is the PCR test, which is usually taken from samples of mucus from your nose or your throat, and that is to diagnose active infections. So you actually have the infection, you currently are fighting it. Now, if you've just been exposed, it's not going to pick it up, but usually within 3 to 5 days or so, it should be accurate. So that's the PCR test, and it's from respiratory samples, mucus from the nose or the throat. Now, the second test is the antibody test, which is what most of you are interested in because you want to know if you have some degree of immunity to COVID-19. The antibody test tests IgM, IgA, and IgG. Remember, IgG, when elevated, shows that you have been exposed, and hopefully you can confer some immunity at least for a couple of years. At least that's the understanding as of today. The third test is an antigen test, and there's more work being done on the antigen test. That is also a test to diagnose if you have active infection. The hope is that that would come back in just a couple of minutes, and it would also be a respiratory test, and it would be a quick way of screening whether you have active infection. Now, the antibody test is the only one that is coming from blood, and that is the one that many of us are wanting to know whether we've already had COVID and we didn't know it, we were asymptomatic, or we've been exposed to it and our immune systems were able to fight it off. So with all the debate about testing, those are the three types. You have the PCR, which is respiratory, comes back in a few minutes. You have the antibody test, which is more about have you had it, do you have some immunity? That is a blood test. And in development is the antigen test, so we can have a quicker way to screen whether somebody does or does not have COVID-19. So that's the debate on testing. Again, the FDA has cleared many of these tests to move forward. So there's another debate on how effective they all are, but this is what we've got to work with for now, and so let's take advantage of it. If you're able to get tested so that you know where you stand in the whole pandemic, it may not be a bad idea, but at the end of the day, remember, your immune system matters, and how you take care of it with everything we've been talking about over the last few weeks is making a difference. Stay super powered. We're getting through this. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'll talk to you guys soon.